This is the market open context for February 4th, 2026. So I marked the overnight high, overnight low, previous day low, and we also have previous day high here. And before I jump into details, I'll go to the 10,000 tick chart where we can see the high level context on NQ. We have this uptrend, then we have a break, and yesterday was quite a sharp sell-off. So we're having this down measure move in play. And right now it's looking like we may try to go for a new low. Same on ES, this uptrend here, then a two-legged break here, which act as two attempts to make a new low. And now it looks like we're reversing. So going on 2000 tick chart on ES and 1000 on NQ. Now for NQ, the yesterday downtrend was this one, which played out. So it had this break, then a push to new low, and then it started reversing here. And there are two scenarios here. It's either this downtrend will push to a new low, or since we have this second leg of the break much larger, this could be just one leg higher. Then we are going to have a break now, looking like it's happening before the market opens. So this is the potential break, and then we would expect a larger leg up, something like this, and this break looks proportional to the size of this downtrend here. But at the same time, this would be the bullish scenario. The bearish scenario is that this uptrend here, which developed, has an overshoot. Now we're pushing for a break on the other side of the channel, and we need to see how price would react around this area if the second leg of the downtrend, right, manages to push through this area, which is a potential support from the measure move and the uptrend line. Retest it from below, but it rejects, then that would indicate that we should switch bias and potentially look for a short to make a new low for yesterday's downtrend, something like that. Maybe not in one leg, but yeah, going for a new low. So, and let's have a look on the 200 tick chart in more depth. We clearly, after playing out this downtrend, we clearly have this bounce. We have one leg higher, two initial attempts to make a new low here for the downtrend. But after meeting this measure move down, it failed to make a new low, and then it actually pushed here into a larger second leg for this break, and it even pushed above. So I think there are mixed reactions here, because now we are clearly ranging in this area, and this uptrend had a break and two legs to a new high. So two legs to a new high, and now we are having a larger break for this uptrend here, which played out. So this uptrend played out. We initially had this as a break, then this acted as two attempts to make a new high for this, and the failure, and this launched the second leg down. So right now, I would say, since we are ranging in here, it's very important to see how price reacts to the overnight low and overnight high levels, because we are stuck in between making a new low for this downtrend from yesterday and making a larger break for the same downtrend, which would launch into this second leg up following this uptrend. So, and if I were to give some estimates, I would say that given that we pushed so far above this break here, a larger second leg up, at least an attempt to make a new high and potentially go for this target here, is likely. But to see that, we would want to see price form a fair second entry short, pushing back above this this measure move level, holding on top of it to go for a long. But also keep in mind this potential resistance area here, because the price may attempt to make a new high but fail here and then push lower. So at the beginning of the session I would look for a long, but then potentially switch to either a short or going long, depending on these key areas. So for the short pieces we would see to push below this down measure move of the break. That would indicate that bears want to make a new low, potentially have a retest from underneath in the clear rejection. That way it would be good for a short towards this low here. But if on the other side we push above and we retest this up measure move here, then I would say we are good to go up to this trend line for this resistance, and the bullish scenario would be going for a new for a larger break with this leg in play. And for ES it's looking quite similar. So we had this uptrend, had an overshoot, and even then this smaller one played out with 2 legs to new high. So this uptrend played out, we overshoot this, so price is likely to attempt at least a break. So this would be a break for the downtrend. So I would say it's important to see how price reacts here. If we get a hold after these 2 legs up and then fail to make a new low, we may continue higher, but if price pushes below, holds under this measure move overnight low and pushes out of this channel, we may attempt to make a new low for the downtrend we had yesterday. And if I look at ES, we had this downtrend yesterday. The difference is that on ES we had this overshoot, which led into a sharper reversal. But now we are also mixed on the next move, because bulls want to make a larger break, have this as one leg, and potentially have a break for this initial leg and then move higher. And bears want to make a new low for this. So we need to see how price reacts. Simply speaking, if we get a push above the overnight high and a hold, then we would go for a new leg higher. But if price pushes below, retest this area from below, then most likely we will go to attempt to make a new low. Thank you.